made their way off the bus and into the arena earlier on. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The city of Charlotte, North Carolina is the setting for our broadcast tonight. And isn't the view magnificent? Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, it took 5 long months, but Anthony Davis's trade request was finally granted. And now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James. And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate championship aspirations.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Taking a look at Charlotte, they're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs.
And when I look at Charlotte, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green out there with Avery Bradley, and it's McGee in at the 5 down low. And for the Hornets, Bridges out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier, and there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Graham in at the shooting guard position. Clark, when you have 2 teams that are this athletic, what type of game you think you're going to see?
Well, you know what? Sometimes it can lead to guys trying to do too much. But when it's at its best with this kind of athleticism on display, I think you're going to see a high-octane, fun game. You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Biyombo, the pass to Rozier. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. Biyombo. Rebound the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Kicks it out to James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Miles Bridges. And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
Free throw good, LeBron. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Now, here's Rozier. He's coming off a 40-point game against Miami. Bridges kicks to Rozier. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of him.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's LeBron.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Now, here's Rozier. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. Now, Now, here's Bridges. 4-point game. Pass to Graham. Now, here's Rozier. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Here's James. Oh!
Man. Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
And the Hornets with possession here. Rozier looking around. Passes it to Graham. Back to Rozier. The teardrop falls in. Rozier's got 6.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
James dishes to McGee. Shoots over Bridges. Bridges with the board. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Graham, the pass to Rozier. Graham with the bucket. It's all knotted up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's James. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
Over the last decade or so, the Hornets haven't had a lot of success, Clark, in the draft.
Well, you take a look at it, guys, and they've traded away a multitude of picks, and picks that have turned into guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tobias Harris, 2 outstanding young players. They've missed on the picks they've kept. I think they've got to do a better job of building from within. Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
And, guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Zeller, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Bridges, and it's Batum in for Rozier. Here's Bacon, currently averaging almost 6 points a game, and there it is for him. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Here's LeBron, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You just have to discipline yourself not to fall for James' pump fake, because as soon as he gets you up in the air, you're done.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Second free throw, no good. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
Here's Bacon. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The drive by James and the dunk by James.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
A minute 20 left here in the opening quarter. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
1:10 left in the first quarter. Outside, Batum. Pass to Bacon. Takes a three. And Davis pulls it down. Los Angeles leading by 5. He lobs it up, and it's McGee with the jam.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
The Hornets have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Batum against Bradley. Takes the 13-footer. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Davis drives in, and it's Davis with the jam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Here's Bradley. Count it. And now an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with Davis, and it's Bradley in at the 1. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And, boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right, Greg. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Look at the Lakers. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason.
And when I look at the Lakers, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. And now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can't. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, it's had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Here's Graham. Zeller trying to free himself up. That one's good. The Laker lead is kept back down to 13 with the basket coming from Graham.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Bradley can't get it to go.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done. Cody Zeller, his level of activity is really contagious. I mean, that's what I love about his game. Excellent hustler on both ends of the floor. And he does a lot of good work just by staying active.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with Zeller and his activity, you see it on the glass as well.
Yeah, you look at Zeller, and he's a guy who really doesn't do anything great, guys, but he does everything really well. And to have a big guy like that is really valuable.
And he makes the first.
You know, Nick Batum's length provides a huge bonus to his team. He's able to play and guard multiple positions.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Bradley against Rozier. Zeller tipped back in for two.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
And Batum kicks to Biyombo. Here's Rozier. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Hornets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
That's good from Rozier.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Both good from the line that time. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Now an update on LeBron from David Aldridge. What'd you find out, David?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Los Angeles' head athletic trainer. He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now, they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that he doesn't have any inflammation. If he were to miss time right now, it would really hurt this team, especially during the latter stages of the season. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Batum, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And they double up Davis over Zeller. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 10 points.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Batum against Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
When you watch the Hornets play, you can expect a very controlled game.
Yeah, you know, they don't push too much and make silly mistakes. Fantastic when it comes to minimizing turnovers, controlling the pace. They've been one of the best teams at keeping turnovers down since 2014.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And so Zeller nails both of them. The max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Tony Zeller.
And he knocks down the first one.
And James Borrego, in his 2nd year as head coach, wants an offense that relies on quick decision-making. They are looking to attack defenses early.
And, you know, that kind of offense, Greg, is one that's not easy to put into place. You've got to trust the players, and the players have to trust each other, and the players have to make good decisions. It's a steep learning, but I really think it's the ideal way to play once you get it all ironed out.
A go-to scorer's mentality for Kyle Kuzma. Clark, he's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
Outside Bradley. Over Rozier. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And that is a foul. It's on the Charlotte Hornets. The Lakers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. First one falls for. Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
And the Hornets making a change here. Graham's checked in. From the stripe. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Rozier.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Here's Kuzma. The Hornets pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
And but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
The pass to Biyombo. McGee on the double team. To the middle. Bridges against Davis. Bridges misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Green. No good from 18.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points and 1 assist. An extremely potent first 2 quarters for him. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Hey, we knew the King was going to come home and hold court. Tonight, a little extra. Woo. He gets anywhere he wants, any shot he wants. How old is this guy? 15?
Looking at Charlotte, Kenny, your thoughts?
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been a clinic out there by James.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? We've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Lakers leading by 9. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Charlotte, they've got Washington. Also Bridges out there. Terry Rozier is out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Graham in at the 2-guard spot. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. From past the arc, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Rozier, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
The Lakers have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And he's good on the second. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton, elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
Here's Washington. No points in the game yet for him.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Kuzma, right side. He dishes it to Davis. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable, averaging about 27 points a game, 10 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays. I like the play call, very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's Bradley. Right side Davis. Goes back up. Out to Kuzma. They get it back. And another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence. You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Zeller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Batum comes in for Miles Bridges. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Graham kicks to Rozier. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rozier's got 20 points. Los Angeles leading by 9. Right side Bradley. And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's foul number 2 for him.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go into rebounding, guys. You need strength, you need positioning, but I think timing and a nose for the ball, most important. And I think you're right. That's what got him that call, his physicality and strength.
Bacon, he's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Batum. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Bridges.
And he's been on the upswing offensively these past few months. And you know how much they love getting all those extra points out of him. He's been carrying a much bigger load lately, and I think he'll just continue to get better.
Up again, Davis on the follow. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Zeller. That one goes. Count it.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Here's Kuzma, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. And the Lakers have possession. And they're pushing it up. A pull-up. Bacon's shot is off.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Zeller. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And that matchup against the Hornets, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Back to Davis. Pass to McGee. The putback. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Batum scanning the floor. Now Rozier. 20 points for him. Back to Batum. Beyond the arc. Charlotte again missing.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
And Davis gets it to go.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
And the Hornets call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Biombo is checked in for the Hornets. Bridges comes in for Nicholas Batum. Here's Bridges. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Good.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Rozier against Rondo. It's not going to go for him. And the Hornets now going the other way. In the corner, it's Bridges. Stolen. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Rondo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And just enjoy watching Rondo utilize that speed on the drive. Just kind of nice through the defense there and dares you to attack it.
The free throw drops for Rondo. Both shots good from the stripe.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Here's Rozier. An easy 2 points on the layup. Rozier's got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Rondo dishes to Morris. 1 second left. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 11. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Howard is out there with Morris. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the 2-guard spot.
Capable of scorching you from the perimeter. When Bridges has a great look, he takes advantage.
Here's Rondo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Lakers?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Graham, the pass to Zeller. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Going to the line, Tony Zeller.
No good on that one. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Rondo passes to Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
And here is Graham. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Down low. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And it's the Hornets with the ball. They trail by 11. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Pass to Bacon. And he banks in the layup.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Rondo, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And like the physicality he brings to the floor, outstanding at drawing fouls while shooting.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. And so Graham will bring it up for Charlotte. Shot from 12. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Caruso kicks to Rondo. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Graham. Here's Caruso. Yep, that one goes in there. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Graham surveying the floor. And there's the pass to Bacon. Rondo on the double team. Charlotte moving the ball around. Buries it from 3-point range. 8 points for Miles Bridges.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way.
Howard dishes to Caldwell Pope. And Bacon pulls it down.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Shoots from 12. The Lakers with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That free throw missing. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Washington's checked in for Zeller. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Dwayne Bacon. Here's Graham. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Lakers leading by 8. Caldwell Pope passes to Rondo. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Bridges has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Graham. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Lakers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Rondo drives in. Morris inside. He doesn't hit that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. Pass to Graham. Back to Rozier. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Yeah, how about the speed of Rondo there? Just terrific at getting in the lane and finishing at the rim.
Rozier with the ball. Passes it to Washington. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 4 assists now tonight. Los Angeles leading by 6. Rondo kicks to Morris. Rondo passes to Caruso. Shoots over Graham. Caruso, no good.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Connects from three-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Rondo passes to Morris. Over Washington. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Rondo. And the Lakers lead by 5.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
1:05 left to play here in the fourth. It's stolen by Rondo. Fast break. The Lakers. Caruso kicks to Morris. Rondo passes to Morris. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Now it's a 7-point Laker lead, and the Hornets call time here. They're down by 7. 51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear James Borrego coaching his team during the break. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Howard, that's good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Graham. No good on the quick three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Miles Bridges.
Yeah, he's a guy who looks for his shot often. He's energetic and outstanding at forcing the issue. Caldwell Pope is his name.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Bunk for 3. That shot no good. And so Los Angeles takes the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.